All right, it's been more than a couple of days. You know what that means. We need to talk about evolutions. Hello, beautiful people. Captain Zack Sparrow here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. It's been too long. I don't really have a good excuse other than, honestly, I'm just out of the routine of, I was literally sitting down before this for like 30 minutes trying to think of a good conversation to bring to you guys because, like I said, I think it was the previous video, I just don't want to be talking about nonsense and just rambling and not giving you guys what I think could be hopefully insightful information. Hopefully something at some point in my videos, something that you guys can take away something is basically what I'm trying to say. Did I say something enough there? So let's talk really quick about one of my favorite sets of all time, Evolutions. Zach, why is it one of your favorite sets? We've gone over that before, but I do. I just really like the set. Anyway, and I love talking about it because, man, you want to talk about stirring the Pokemon pot of drama central, I guess. Talk about Evolutions, and it brings all of these different perceptions and takes from people who either like the set or they dislike the set, or people who don't really feel strongly about the set one way or another. It was really kind of the perfect set because of the time that it came out with the Pokemon Go Boom, anniversary set. It's been out for a kind of long time now. And when I say kind of long time, I mean anything above 2 years for obvious potential reprinting reasons. But what I want to discuss would be, or I guess why it's a good discussion is, it's in that kind of awkward teenage years right now, isn't it? Evolutions? I think it is. It's not old enough to be considered like a really old set, like a classic or anything like that, although I kind of think it is. And I think it's because it is nostalgic that it harkens back to base set a lot, but it is by no means like a really, really old set, so it has not appreciated crazily. So, I mean, it did when we saw that boom during 2020, but you see what I'm saying though. The boxes aren't going for thousands and thousands of dollars, even though it looked like it was getting there for a minute, didn't it? So anyway, back at its dip, almost last year for Evolutions booster boxes, we saw boxes tank to in the 600s, like 630 range. Now, were boxes selling for lower than that? Yeah, absolutely. Were boxes selling higher than that? Absolutely. So on TCG Player, now, mind you, I'm not going to be pulling catalogs from every single website, of course, but from TCG Player, you saw around the lower mid 600 range for a while. It does look like just like a little divot there on the graph, but it was for a period of time, and it felt like a long period of time because that was almost like a drought. It felt like the market was crazy during that time too, man. But anyway, let's talk about how we saw what prices were in the low mid 600s, and then nowadays where we see boxes are going for $700 a box, $800 a box. I literally had an option to purchase at the time on eBay when I was looking just a couple of weeks ago. I think the lowest thing listed at the moment, now it's changed, was like $850 or something like that. So it's crazy, isn't it? Now this is me wanting to poke the bear here. Where is everyone that was saying not so long ago that this set was printed so much, it's not that good of a set, it's not a strong set, you won't believe how many Evolutions booster boxes are out there, it will take years before we see any price movement on this? I wish I could pull out like a Donald Trump, wrong. So let's talk about it though. Let's talk about it. Why did it go up? Because people like the set. There's no more Evolutions. It's done. They're not printing anymore. What will happen to the price if demand stays the same and the supply goes down? What is going to happen to the price? I'm going to tell you it goes up because a lot of people don't understand that. I don't understand why. All right. So I had to get a little emotional there for you guys, just to make sure that you're still paying attention. It's insane to me. It's insane. It's absolutely. I don't want to say it's ridiculous. It's asinine. It's literally asinine. 2020 was an unprecedented year. Sure, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. People don't understand supply and demand. They truly don't. And that's why you can make plays in the market. And that's why if you buy and you hodl, I think you're going to be okay. Now, not financial advice, blah, blah. Sure. What have we historically seen? Now, mind you, I'm still down on my Evolutions investment. The box that I bought famously for $1,000 roundabouts. But I still haven't lost that money. Here's the kicker too, man. If I had put that money into anything else, I'd be down on it right now anyway. Stock market, real estate, doesn't matter. Pretty much down across the board. Now, maybe you got lucky. I don't know. If you bought anything in the last half a year to a year almost with crypto, you're probably super down in the buckets right now too. So pretty much anything that you would have purchased. And it doesn't matter. If you're not looking to sell right now, if you're not retiring today, you're going to be okay. So let's chillax there. And let's talk about that. Right now, I think it said on TCG Player like boxes pricing around the $806 mark. Okay, so let's say that it was $630, $640, $630, up to $806 in the last year. My goodness, let's think about that for a second. That's a what? 25, more than 25 to 30% growth in that period of time. That is insanity. That is insane. Oh my goodness. This can be applied across not just evolutions, of course, obviously. I just wanted to pick, like I said, a specific set that could get a conversation going. And I think it's a really interesting conversation to have, which would be, guys, there's so much noise out there, and there will always be fear. Yes, there is risk involved with anything that you're gonna buy that's a collectible. This is why I struggle to come out with videos again here, because I feel like it's already been said, but it's very clear that it doesn't sink in with the majority. It clearly doesn't. I'm not saying that I know the answers. I clearly don't. If I would have known that, I would have bought Evolutions at the dip, right? But what I'm saying is the principles still remain the same. Buying and hodling during a period of time. Now, can you absolutely time the market? Can you take advantage of certain plays when you believe something is underpriced, when you believe the market is wrong on a specific niche? Absolutely, you can. Take advantage of that where you can. There are so many plays to be made out there, and I don't want this to get too vague and too, hippie-ish, but it's incredible the amount of misinformation that's out there, and you have so many people, usually in any comments type of a system. YouTube comments, Discord comments, Reddit comments, Patreon. It does not matter. When you get inside of a smallish echo chamber, which is what all of these different platforms provide, it's inevitable. You're going to have people that think like you think. A lot of people that watch this channel, oh, weird, they like investing in cardboard. That's a very specific type of person. A lot of people are going to think the same on certain things. Well, we have different opinions on certain sets and investment ideas, totally. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of overlap there as well. So when you see something in the comments and, oh, well, this guy who I've never heard of before, he's got 48 likes on his comment. What he said must be true, in that, we're not going to see Evolutions climb for years. It's going to take years before we see any movement on it. It's not true. It's not true. Think about it rationally. What have we seen historically? Is the Pokemon IP, is the brand still safe? Is it still strong right now? Yeah. Is there inherent risk in literally anything in life? Yes. If you buy and hold, what have we seen with Pokemon historically? With sealed product. And we can talk about cards another day. And that's not really my cup of tea. That's not what I want to talk about all of the time, would be certain card plays. There are other channels for that as well, too, of course. But it's very clear to me that there aren't enough people talking about the potential for, well, there's not a guaranteed floor on any of these products. Okay, Yeah, okay. You just described the market. Thank you. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. People make it so much more complicated than it needs to be. And I can promise you, and I'm starting to see this a little bit more in written communities, which would be, I guess I saw this on some blogs. People writing out these charts and, well, if you see here what we've seen historically, 100% of the time when someone does TA, technical analysis on charts, 100% of the time it is BS. Remember that. I promise you, it is BS. They do not know. They do not have the answers. Well, if you look and you see like the moon's actually aligned here, I'm not joking. It is all BS. They don't know. They don't have the answers. There are some very, 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 very smart people, way smarter than I am, that also do not have the answers. That it may seem like they have the answers. When doing technical analysis, when you look back at certain data entry points, and you look at, anyway, I don't want to bog this video down too much. I don't want to talk about TA. It's not something I've ever believed in. It's not something that can be proven. You can't back test any TA and be successful with financial advisors. More often than not, they will be wrong. It literally is random. So just because some smart advisors happen to be lucky, it does not mean that their TA was well informed. It just means they happen to be the ones that were lucky. Everyone is smart who does TA. Everyone is smart. Yes, there will statistically be some people that happen to get it right, but don't get it twisted. That's what I guess I'm trying to say here. This is what I get for doing everything uncut anymore. I did want to say I've got some great updates coming out here soon. I did want to talk about MetaZoo too, I suppose. Maybe I won't do that on this video. Maybe I'll just end this one real quick and then quickly do a MetaZoo video so I can just get some content out to you guys. So if I'm wearing the exact same thing in my next video, just know, hey, that sucker recorded those 2 in a row. You know what I did? I don't even apologize about it. But just remember, guys, it's totally fun to speculate. You can absolutely do that, and you can point to this or that for anything macro going on right now. Like, well, we've seen rate hikes do this, and then here's what we can expect moving forward, and that's going to impact the markets like this. And then Pokemon can just reprint a set, bam. Or maybe they won't reprint a set that you were expecting for a reprint. Or maybe this wave didn't come through. Or maybe there's so many things out of your control as well. But it doesn't change the fact that what have we historically seen? What literally, answer this question. Let's ignore any sets within the 2-year print zone. Ignoring that, when have we historically seen for a long period of time, for sets, for sealed product that did not appreciate in price? And you might think, well, during the black and white, even then, over a period of even just 5 or 6 years, you still saw price appreciation. Now, would there have been better investments you could have made during that period? Absolutely. Hindsight investing is always really fun to play. But what have we historically seen? We have always 100% of the time seen price appreciation. And I don't think it needs to be made more complicated than that. And man, I should have kicked off the video with that. If you held on during all of that time, I hope that helped you out. Maybe, I don't know. If anything, hopefully it's just a little bit of content. Someone else talking about Pokemon. That's really what this channel is about anyway. So obviously, I don't have all of the answers. I don't want to pretend that I do. But it's just ignore the noise sometimes too, right? It's fun to talk to people about it. Maybe even debate back and forth about certain products. And what you think that the product is going to do or not do, or what if you think that a particular hyper rare card is going to perform better than the box itself, or maybe the PSA 9s are a better play than the PSA 10 somehow because of the way that they're priced right now. You can absolutely make plays like that. You can speculate on all of those things, and that's what makes channels like these wonderful. And it's a lot of fun. I love talking about cardboard. Do you guys see that I put up a Pokemon background for it? I literally just put a UPC box up there because I didn't have anything else on me that I wanted to put up. So That's what I got for right now. I've got more product I can put up, but it's like when I have people over to my home, do I want like I don't know, like books and like random Pokemon boxes on there? Honestly, no. So when I have people over, I'm probably just gonna throw the UPC box in the closet or something. I don't know. You guys let me know. How should I dress this up, or should I do a totally different background? I mean, I can shoot in different rooms in the house too, but I don't know. Let's have fun with this. Also, for like channel updates, again, still rambling, but I'm spitting everything out here at you guys now at this point. So thanks for bearing with me. I truly appreciate the support. We're going to be talking more about Pokemon. We're going to be talking more about Metazoo, of course, too. We're going to be talking more about Spells of Magic once we actually get some product in hand. Sue me. I like it. I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, I'm going to try to pump my bags because I'm talking about it, I guess. I'm doing that with Pokemon and Metazoo too, though, aren't I? So, I'm not naive enough to think that I'm a big enough channel to move markets on stuff. Sure, some people will make decisions based off of my loose, off-the-cuff comments, but anyway, where's I going with that? Sorcery TCG. Absolutely love the artwork for Sorcery TCG too. Looking forward to... I don't want to mention anything else because I have something that I want to do that I don't want to spoil. But Sorcery TCG, we're going to be talking about that too. I guess Flesh and Blood, we were going to talk about that, and then they're not doing first edition, so it's like, and they left such a bad taste in my mouth. I don't really ever want to talk about that ever again. So if you guys want to talk about it, let's talk about it in the Discord or something. Link in the description to that if you haven't joined yet. And yeah, I think those are the updates coming out. So I'm going to record Metazoo right after this. I can already tell you right now. I'm feeling the groove, and I guess that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.